Okay, guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to learn about SMC entry types, and I will take you through the two main types of entries that I personally use most of the time. So, now let's start. Number one, I'll talk about aggressive entry, whereby you do not require lower time frame confirmation. And then number two is confirmation entry, which you require lower time frame confirmation. So I'll take you straight to this structure that I have drawn right here. As you can see, price went from bearish to bullish. So with aggressive entry, which you don't require lower time confirmation, what you do is you first identify your higher time frame supply zone, or rather order block, which will be your higher probability POI. So what you do is you just wait for price to come back to your pure POI, and then you take the trade from there. That is aggressive entry, whereby you just take the trade from the higher time frame POI without any confirmation from lower time frames. So aggressive entry, it is kind of risky because you might you might catch some aggressive moves, but then you might lose more trades with this entry because times many times the market makers might want to take out liquidity, which might lie in this zone. So entering aggressively might make you lose the trade. Well, let me show you an example of aggressive trade in a trend continuation. So as you can see on this chart, this trend here is a downtrend. It's a clear downtrend because there are break of structures to the downside. So after after this break of structure right here, this is not a break of structure because this is just a sweep. So we transfer this break of structure to this point because these candlesticks closed below this low. Now after break of structure, normally you always mark your higher probability order blocks. As you can see here, this one is my higher probability order block, because it left behind inefficiency, and it took out this high. As you can see, it took out this high, making it higher probability order block. Now price came, filled this order block, and then took out liquidity, on this POI here. Now if you enter aggressively this trade, you might lose because if you put your stop loss just right above this, price might hit stop loss. But if you put this stop loss some pips above this high, the trade might be worth it, but the risk to reward ratio will not be that good compared to confirmation entry. So with this type of entry, you might catch many aggressive moves compared to confirmation one, but then you will lose more. You might lose more, especially when prices tend to take out liquidity. Now I'll show you an example of a missed aggressive entry on a POI. This is an example. After break of structure, price left inefficiency behind, and then I mark this order block here. So if I'm to enter aggressively, I'll miss out this trade because price did not tap this POI, but instead took out liquidity right here and then reversed from there. I hope you understood what an aggressive entry looks like. Well, let's go to confirmation entry. Personally, this is the entry I use most of the time. So what you do here with confirmation entry, you mark out your POI on a higher time frame. After doing that, you'll have to wait for price to come to your POI. Then after prices come, after prices taps your POI, then go to a lower time frame. So this is my 4 hour order block, which I have considered it my POI. So I'll go to 15 minutes time frame, which will be the lower time frame that I will be used for confirmation of entry. So now what you do after switching to your lower time frame, you wait for a change of character. You wait for a change of character, And for you to confirm a change of character, price has to close below this swing low here. This one is not a valid change of character. It's just an internal, a minor change of character. Sorry. Now, after price, after change of character, here you mark your higher time frame. No, you mark your order block on this, on the lower time frame, a valid order block on this supply zone here, which will be my POI on the lower time frame. So you'll take an entry right here. Let me show you here, and then put your stop loss just above this previous high, and then you can place your take profit on this major low. So this confirmation entry, the reason as to why I like this entry type is because you it has a good risk to reward ratio, and you'll just it makes you avoid some losses which you might incur due to aggressive entry, which is on a higher time frame. So, and a disadvantage of this type of entry is that you might miss out on some trades because price doesn't always give confirmations. But then, if you catch a move, it will be a quality setup. That's the main advantage of it. So, an example of confirmation entry on the chart, let me show you. So, as you can see here, these are 4 time frame. We are on a 4 time frame. Marked out this my POI on a higher time frame, which is 4 hour. Then I'll come to 15 minutes time frame, which will be my confirmation, which I'll take a confirmation entry from. So now pay attention to this. So after price tapped my POI, after price tapped my POI on a higher time frame, which is 4 hours, I marked out my change of character. As you can see here, this is my change of character. I marked out this one as a change of character, but then prices failed to close above it, then transferred it here, which became my valid change of character. Now, after spotting my change of character, and then came down here, you mark your order block in the lower time frame, which is 15 minutes. So after marking my order block in the lower time frame, you can come and place, let me remove this, come and place your long position at this point, which is an order block on a 15-minute time frame, and then place your stop loss just below this low. Then you take profit this high or this major high right here. As you can see, price tapped this order block and then made a move to the upside. So I hope you have understood the two types of smart money concept: entry and I'm going to create more videos. What I want from you is just to comment on the comment section on the topics that you'd want me to create videos, and kindly don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.